In the headlines, on World Press Freedom Day, the role of the media in shaping public opinion takes center stage. 50 passengers rescued as fire guts tires of an aircraft operated by Dana Airlines Limited in Port Harcourt. Corpse of a young woman found dumped at Rayfield Resort in Plateau State. And on the foreign scene, Philadelphia police officer charged for shooting a 12-year-old. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Dashan Hussaina Usman. Now the news in detail. As the world marks Press Freedom Day, the role of the Nigerian mass media in shaping public opinion that will recruit effective leadership is coming into sharp focus. Some journalists who spoke to Trust TV's Shafi'u Suleiman are demanding for legislations that would guarantee a secured, professional and rewarding working environment. The report. Moving on, at least 50 passengers were rescued when fire gutted the tires of an aircraft operated by Dana Airlines Limited in Port Harcourt. The incident occurred on Monday evening. It is also gathered that no life was lost and no passengers is injured, as first responders, including operatives of the fire service at the airport, moved in to control the situation. In a statement on Tuesday morning, Dana Air spokesman Kingsley Ezenwa said the aircraft had been grounded pending the conclusion of investigations. The statement apologized to the passengers on the flight for the inconveniences caused due to the eventual cancellation of the flight. On a sad note, the corpse of a young woman said to be in her early 20s was found dumped at Rayfield Resort area of Jos South on Sunday night, May 1st. According to the Politics Nigeria, the lifeless body of Miss Choji, who described herself as a dancer, model, singer and actress on social media, was left by the roadside. The deceased was a resident of Kabon, Gadabu in Plateau State. The incident happened few months after the murder of two young women, Plangnan Solomon and Jennifer Anthony, a 300-level student at the University of Jos. Meanwhile, friends of the deceased have taken to social media to mourn her. President Muhammadu Buhari says no efforts will be spared to ensure safe return of all those being held by bandits. The president has also directed security agencies and the Nigerian Railway Corporation to set up a situation room that will provide more regular and detailed information to families. The president spoke on Monday when he received a delegation of residents from the Federal Capital Territory who were at State House Abuja to pay him Salah homage. Kende Amodu reports.
The last time President Buhari hosted this kind of a gathering was on the 4th of June 2019, before the COVID-19 pandemic. But even as the Muslim faithful celebrate Eid al-Fitr, a heavy burden lies on government's shoulders. This is why the president is giving specific orders.
I have directed security agencies to ensure quick and safe recovery of all victims of kidnapping. I urge the railway management to immediately set up a situation room for the coordination of the rescue mission and for a minute-by-minute engagement with the families of the captives.
President Buhari is also giving assurances that bandits will not grow into another menace like the Boko Haram threat.
Defeating the terrorists and bandits require more than weapons. We also need human intelligence, which is necessary to frustrate terrorist plans.
Vice President Emir of Bazzau and Minister of the FCT, Mohammed Bello, are both at the head of this delegation, thanking the president for hosting these delegates who have come to pay him Salah homage.
Every generation of leaders is confronted with its own problems. There is no generation of leaders, there is no leader that will not be confronted with his own or her own problems. Our government has been confronted with problems, but it's in the very nature of God to provide everything that is required by leadership to surmount the challenges that it faces. God will not give us any challenge that is beyond us.
For every issue reported in the newspapers. I assure you that 10 have been thwarted, 10 have been resolved, 10 have been successfully, proactively prevented, but nobody speaks about them.
President Buhari has again explained that terrorists are using civilians as human shields, which is why he is reluctant to order a frontal strike. He's, however, assuring Nigerians that the abductors are just pushing their luck, as it is only for a while before they are finally crushed. From State House Abuja, Kehinde Amudu, Trust TV News.
The National Human Rights Commission on Tuesday described journalists as the oxygen of democracy, agents of change and development. The Executive Secretary of the Commission, Tony Ojukwu, said this in a statement in Abuja in celebration of World Press Freedom Day. Ojukwu said the press is a critical agent for the protection of democracy and development and must be supported. He added that this will enable them to effectively discharge their constitutional duties as the watchdog of the society. Chief Imam of Bauchi, Malam Bala Baba Inna, has advised Nigerian youths to be good ambassadors and self-reliant instead of engaging in political thuggery and other social vices. He gave the advice at the Central Mosque's Eid ground during his Salah sermon in Bauchi. Adamu Imam has details.
Hundreds of people gathered at various Eid grounds signifying the ends of Ramadan fast. Chief Imam of Bauchi, Bala Babani Inna, in his sermon after observing the usual 2 rak'at at the Eid Central Mosque, called on Nigerian youth to desist from political violence. Inna regretted that the current ASU strike is doing more harm than good to Nigerian students and the education system, especially in the north, and urged parties involved to quickly address the issue. Some Bauchi residents who pray at the Eid mosque explained that the Nigerian youth can change their narrative if they utilize the potentials, especially numbers and youthful vigor, during the 2023 general elections.
People that are coming into politics, we are going to use them in the bad way so that to achieve their own goals. And after that, we will just throw them away. So these people that are coming, we have to be very vigilant as we are youth, we are the future of our tomorrow, we are the leaders of the tomorrow.
It's better that you find out what is the solution, especially in the Siyasa. This is the issue for the Siyasa. It is totally destroying future youth. So please, you should not harm the future.
All they should use this opportunity, whatever we have learned during the Ramadan, they should exploit it. They should explore whatever they have been to embrace peace and to be self-reliant. They shouldn't rely on somebody, which doing so will lead them to Sarasuka or social vices.
The Chief Imam prayed for Nigerian leaders and the country at large for her growth and development. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Eid al-Fitr is an Islamic rite signaling the end of a month-long fast in the holy month of Ramadan. Muslims in Gombe State joined their counterparts across the globe to celebrate the rite. Ibrahim Ismail captured some of the activities that shaped the celebration, as well as the economic condition of the people during the festival. The report.
The Eid al-Fitr begins with the sighting of the new crescent of Shawwal, the Zakat al-Fitr, which is a charity that is normally shared before the 2 rakat Eid prayers. Dr. Awal Abdullahi is an Islamic scholar in Gombe.
The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Sumu li ru'yatihi wa aftiru li ru'yatihi." When you see or you sighted the crescent, that is the new moon, you can do the fasting. You can start the fasting. After 29 days of Ramadan, you can retire, you can stop the fasting and do the Eid al-Fitr, that is enjoyment during Salah celebration. But when you didn't see it, you can complete it to be 30 days. So it's expected for each and every Muslim to share the food among the needy and to at least show from their faces the kind of celebration and the happy and joy from the faces of each and every Muslim.
The 2022 Ramadan was observed amidst concern over high cost of living as Nigerians battle with skyrocketing prices of food. Some families were affected by the current economic situation in the country.
In the past we used to have like maybe 3, 4, 5 cents, but with the present realities, the kids will just have to make do with what's available. The culture is such that we celebrate by maybe just slaughtering chickens and things like that. But yesterday I was in Tumfere market here in Gombe, and surprisingly the prices had kind of like skyrocketed. You find an average chicken for 5,500.
Meanwhile, people made out time to celebrate the festival in style as they trooped out to watch the Daba at the palace of the Emir of Gombe.
We thank God for this Salah. We have new clothes and people shared welfare packages, foods and everything. We thank God.
This Salah is very exciting. I think it's better than those observed in previous years.
You can notice the whole town is very agog. All of the streets are filled to the brim. Every part of the road is filled to the brim. With people who are applauding the people on horseback. And I can say we are very happy. It's a thing of joy for us to participate in this type of activity. Thank you.
It is a celebration that we do it with our loved ones that came from far and near in order to rejoice. And what I would like to pray here is that may Allah accept our ibadat and let it be a way of going to Al-Jannatul Firdaus.
During Eid festival, Islam requires Muslims to celebrate, visit loved ones and assist the needy to make everyone smile. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
The Emir of Bazzau, Ahmed Nuhu Bambali, has suspended 4 district heads shortly after the traditional Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration. The statement issued by the Media and Publicity Officer of the Emirate, Abdullahi Aliyu Korbai, said the suspension was with immediate effect. According to the statement, those suspended include Ubangaran Bazzau and District Head of Soba, Al-Haji Bashir Shehu Idris, Sarikin Dajan Bazzau, and District Head of Kubau, Al-Haji Shehu Umar Aliyu. Others include Wakilin Birnin Bazzau and member Kaduna State House of Assembly representing Zaria constituency, Alhaji Suleiman Ibrahim Dabo, and Garkuwan Kudun Bazzau, and Bossa FCE Zaria, Alhaji Muhammad Sani Uwais. The statement said the suspended district heads violated Article 3 of the Emirate Rules and Regulations governing Doba horse riding. At least 10 persons have died after a building collapsed in the Ebute Metta area of Lagos on Sunday evening. According to a statement signed by Director of Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Adesheye Margaret, on Monday, 24 persons have also been rescued alive with varying degrees of injuries. Out of the 10 deaths reported, 6 are males and 4 females. The 3-story building located on 32 Ibadan Street, Ebute Metta, reportedly collapsed on Sunday evening, with rescue operations quickly set in motion. On crime, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has uncovered drugs worth 22 billion naira. The agency said the ongoing investigation of alleged drug baron Ukuta led to the discovery. The suspect, Afam Malison Ukuta, was said to have imported 1,284 cartons of tramadol in October 2019. After months of surveillance, the agency arrested Ukuta. Investigations revealed that he had been a major importer of large consignments of different brands and high dosages of tramadol hydrochloride, ranging from 120 milligrams, 200 milligrams, 225 milligrams, and 250 milligrams, all of which are illicit. You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Kefi roadside traders anticipate massive sales. Do stay.
As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, Evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOAA.
Welcome back and thanks for staying. You're still watching Trust News Update. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that as the world marks Press Freedom Day, the role of the Nigerian mass media in shaping public opinion comes into sharp focus. We also told you that 50 passengers rescued as fire guts tires of an aircraft operated by Dana Airlines Limited in Port Harcourt. Moving on to more news, business mogul Tunde Badmus has charged Standards Organization of Nigeria and National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control in Nigeria to do more in ensuring that food items in the market across the country are safe for consumption. Badmus, who is the Asiwaju Musulumi of Yoruba land, including Edo and Delta, said expired foreign rich and chicken preserved with chemicals are being imported into the country and very injurious to the health of citizens. Speaking with Trust TV's Hamid Oyegbade in Oshogbo, the industrialist urged SUN and NAFDAC to ensure that local rice and other food items locally produced in the country also meet standards to discourage Nigerians from consuming imported foods. On the 2023 presidential election, Badmus says former governor of Lagos State and presidential aspirant of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, merits to become next president of Nigeria to tackle the challenges facing the nation.
In the bag of rice you see, you will never see their certification there. So there's a need. If they involve those agencies, Nigeria will have one of the best rice in the country. But the one they are bringing to us is about 3-4 years old, because and in their own case, the life of this thing is about 1 year before they withdraw from the market. So what they bring to us is what they cannot consume in their own country.
In politics, the People's Democratic Party has rescheduled the screening of aspirants contesting the 2023 elections. The party has also shifted its National Executive Committee meeting, earlier scheduled for May 5th to Tuesday, May 10th. The party disclosed this in a statement issued by its National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu. He said that the earlier date clashed with the local government delegate elections involving all party members, adding that all inconveniences are regretted. Similarly, the PDP National Working Committee also rescheduled the screening appeal for all aspirants for governorship and president from Tuesday, May 3rd to Wednesday, May 4th. Traders along Kefi Road have doubled their products in anticipation of more customers as Muslim faithfuls celebrate Salah. Despite the harsh economic reality in the country, the traders say they have made adequate preparation for their customers who are predominantly Muslims shopping for the Salah celebration. Gaza Yakubu tells us more.
Under smoke and fire, Comfort Ishaku has turned up to catch up with the festivity. This market is along Kefi Road where many travelers stop by to cool off. With the Salah celebration, the quantity of fish offered for sale has increased.
If you can see the area, we are preparing how we will dance after, and the market will move. People will enter. We have never started now. What gives me confidence is that today is Salah. Is that not so? Today is Salah. That is why we are happy and we are going to sell because of the Salah celebration. Yeah.
The market does not just sell fish, but it is the attraction for many customers. The number of fish usually prepared by this woman is 25, but she has doubled up to 50 to meet up the demand for her customers this Salah.
We started this market we started in the morning, but people usually enter around 2 o'clock, around 3 o'clock, around 4 o'clock till evening time. We used to sell here till 11 o'clock in the night. This time, this one we are holding is just by 2,500, 2,000, depending on the market. See them, it's 2,500, 2,000. See this size. That is the size we used to sell 1,500 naira. See them here. 1,500 naira. That is the size.
The preparation will continue to the evening hours when they will start attending to their customers. But until then, they will have to continue roasting fish to meet up their target number. Gaza Yakubu, Trust TV News, Nasarawa.
Members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, popularly known as Shiite, allege that police shot one and arrested 78 of their members during the peaceful Quds Day procession in Zaria and Kaduna on Friday. Members of the group, Engineer Yunusa Lawal Musa, at the press briefing in Kaduna, also demanded for the unconditional release of the traveling documents of Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaki and his wife. The report.
The group alleged that police shot one and arrested 78 of their members in Kaduna and Zaria during International Quds Day procession in solidarity with the oppressed people of Palestine, which is observed worldwide in the last Friday of the holy month of Ramadan.
They attacked both Kaduna and Zaria. You understand? And that of Zaria, actually, they have actually even arrested well over 70 people, and they have brought them here to Kaduna day before yesterday. So they are here. So, but there's something that is happening, and the Zaria members are handling that aspect. But our brothers here, 8 of them, were handling it. Our lawyer is at the top of the situation.
While demanding for the unconditional release of the passport of their leader, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaki, and his wife to proceed for medical trip, the group also called on Nigerians to demand for social justice at all times.
We are calling on all people of conscience to prevail on the government to stop these attacks, and also for the government to unconditionally release the passports of our leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub El-Zakzaki, and his wife, Malama Zinatuddin Ibrahim. Moreover, we are calling on fellow Nigerians to demand for security, justice, equality, and freedom.
Efforts to contact the police public relations officer, Kaduna State Command, ASP Mohammed Jaigewere, on the issue proved abortive.
The resident electoral commissioner for Zamfara State, Professor Saidu Babara Ahmed, has reported that the commission's office in Kaura Namoda local government area was gutted by fire. A statement from the National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, said the incident occurred around 11 p.m. on Monday, 2nd May 2022. No casualties were reported, while critical materials such as permanent voters' card and registration machines for the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise stored in fireproof cabinets were saved. The statement, which noted that the building was extensively damaged, added that a number of fixed and movable office furniture were destroyed in spite of the best effort of the Zamfara State Fire Service to contain the inferno. The police and fire service have commenced investigation to ascertain the cause of the fire and advise the commission for further action. In business, the Nigerian Communications Commission is finalizing plans to disconnect fake and counterfeit phones from all networks in the country. This will be implemented through the deployment of the Device Management System, a technology solution that will also allow the telecoms regulator to disconnect any phone flagged as stolen. According to a report by Nairametrics, the regulator will be leveraging the International Mobile Equipment Identifier, which is the unique number for each device device which is registered the moment a phone is connected. To this effect, the DMS solution will enable the NCC to monitor, manage and secure the telecommunications sector in the country. It will also provide a single control point for comprehensive device management for mobile and network devices. While the process has commenced, the NCC notes that the final implementation of the project must be approved by the Federal Executive Council. President Muhammadu Buhari has exchanged Eid greetings over the phone with President Recep Erdogan of Turkey. The two presidents also discussed bilateral relations and matters of global interest. Both leaders covered a lot of ground on ongoing discussions between their countries and the supply and local manufacture of military equipment. During their phone call, which was initiated by the Turkish leader, matters of strategic cooperation were discussed at length. President Buhari used the opportunity to especially thank the Turkish counterpart for his commitment and support to Nigeria in the ongoing war against terrorism. On the foreign scene, a Philadelphia police officer has been charged for shooting a 12-year-old boy in the back after chasing the child who had just opened fire on his unmarked vehicle, the city's district attorney said Monday. Officer Edsol Mendoza, who was fired from the police force in April, was arrested on Sunday and taken into custody for the death of Thomas Siderio in early March in a neighborhood of the historic northeastern city located between Washington and New York. Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner said he was charged, among other things, with first-degree murder. During a press conference, authorities detailed the circumstances that led up to the boy's death. With this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.